So in each of these examples, it's pretty clear how feeling like you don't have enough, that you don't want to draw attention to yourself, or feeling like you aren't good enough is going to be the perfect lead up to using food for emotional comfort. I'd also like to share with you that in the research on emotional eating and overeating, there are 8 feelings that have been repeatedly shown to drive overeating. And they're listed here: disappointment, frustration, anger, sadness, vulnerability, embarrassment, helplessness, and shame. So notice the overlap between these feelings and the 3 secret mindsets we've talked about. When you're feeling a lack or wanting to feel invisible or undeserving, these are some of the core feelings that go along with that. Let me give you one more example of the behaviors of secret mindsets. I hear this one a lot. I couldn't eat healthy at blank restaurant. There was nothing healthy on the menu. So who has heard or used this justification before? And yet I know that there's always some choice, some permission, some mindset that's driving this outcome. I have clients who travel for work constantly, and I've done my fair share of traveling as well, both on my own and with my family. There are choices. There may not be perfect options, but there are options that make for better choices. So the restaurant isn't the problem 99% of the time. It's the limiting mindset underneath that's perpetuating the vicious cycle. So now I want to introduce you to the doubter. If you have this mindset, you believe that you've already tried everything out there and that none of it has worked for you, and that nothing is ever going to work for you. You believe that you've already had, you've already had the right strategy, you used it, but it still didn't work. I've met lots and lots of doubters, and here's what I've discovered. There was something off with the strategy that they were trying to use. Wasn't quite right. It needed adjusting and customizing, or there was a piece to it that was completely missing. So if you're a doubter, it's not that nothing works for the doubter. It's more likely that there was a piece or more than one piece that was missing, or that you didn't go deep enough with that for you to get the results that you wanted. So now I'm excited to transition into the 3 simple steps that you can take to create permanent weight release, have freedom from diets, yo-yoing, and self-sabotage. I'm going to go through each one with you, and I'll be asking you some questions and pausing, because it's going to have a much deeper impact on you to do it this way. So you're welcome as well to share your answers with me in the chat box if you'd like. And if it is convenient for you to write down your answers, I encourage you to do that, but it's also fine if you can't. Just do your best to be focused in the moment with me as we go through these steps. So step 1 is to have a mantra of abundance. So let me tell you what a mantra of abundance is and why you want one. A mantra is something that you say over and over again. It can be one word or longer. It can be a sound. A mantra of abundance is something that lights up the part of your brain that forms new habits. Imagine that you've been driving on the same road that leads to either not losing the weight in the first place or regaining it again later. You might even realize as you're driving on this old road that you're passing up your destination, but you can't seem to find the road or the exit to get there. Driving on this old road is so autopilot to you that You don't even know that you're driving on it sometimes. We all have or have had a habit that doesn't serve us. And it's like there's coordinates that you didn't even realize that you put into your GPS. But day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year, you find yourself driving down that road. A mantra of abundance will help you enter a new destination. You can't get to where you want to go without knowing where that is. So let me ask you a few questions to help you. Where do you want to go with your weight? With your health? What's a weight range or a clothing size that would feel awesome to you? Why would that feel awesome to you? Why is it important? If someone that could see into the future were to say to you that they've seen into the future, and in that future, you are healthy, at your ideal weight, feeling amazing and free in your body and experiencing what it is that was so important to you, what are the words that would describe that? What would they say about you and where you are in that future that you would feel so stoked to have, to feel, to experience? Is it a word, a sound, or a phrase? This is your mantra of abundance. This is a set of directions that must be present in your life to help you get to where you want to go and not turn back or take a detour. So I'll share a couple examples with you. I easily maintain my ideal weight by caring for myself. I have enough. I am enough. I look great, feel great, and am living my best life. One thing that is so powerful to do with my clients is to point out the moment when their mantra of abundance and their actual results converge. So when what they've been focusing on for their mantra shows up in their day-to-day life, it's really exciting. So let me give you an example. My client Gina had lost weight over and over again, but couldn't seem to keep it off. When I first met her, she told me about some of the diets she'd tried and how she knew she could lose weight, but she just couldn't seem to maintain it. She always gained it back, and it just felt really strict and hard and not sustainable. Well, after we started working together, she was telling me how good she was feeling and how her clothes were fitting her differently, how she wasn't hungry, she wasn't having cravings, and that it felt easy. And we both laughed about that because I had reflected to her that she had laid that foundation when we first met, and when she had shared with me what she really wanted. Her big goal underneath the weight or size goal was to just live her life and to have it feel natural. And through identifying the mindset that kept her stuck in the regain cycle and teaching her tools, including the mantra of abundance, she created a new reality. So she's at a weight she feels great at now, and she's been maintaining it for the first time in her life. So before I share the other two amazing steps with you that you can take to create permanent weight release, have freedom from diets, from yo-yoing and self-sabotage, I know that there are some of you who are ready to put everything that you've learned so far into action, but maybe you'd like to customize it a bit or have guidance every step of the way, have some support. So this is a great sign that what you're hearing is clicking with you and you want to seize the opportunity before you. So I have 10 free Unstoppable Health Discovery sessions that I'm offering to those of you on this masterclass and I only have 10, and I want to make sure that I tell you if this is right for you or not. So if you're not ready to release weight and keep it off, then don't apply for this free session. If you're not willing to believe that improving your health or weight is possible for you and you're not willing to try, then this is not for you. The session is for you if you have been wanting to reach your ideal weight, if you've tried to lose weight and it hasn't worked, or if you have lost weight but you didn't keep it off. So if you're willing to believe that you really can be successful when you combine an abundant mindset with a solid skill set, then apply right now for a free session. You can just go to the link there. Some of you are listening in and not seeing the slides. So it's bit.ly/scheduling health. And you can select the free 15-minute Unstoppable Health Discovery session. So in this call, I'll just briefly tell you about it. We'll talk about the main area of your health that you'd like to improve, what you've already tried, and how I can help you.